Alrighty, so what we're going to test here is why this thing fell over in the first place. I got a pretty good idea what it is. If you look at the handle, you can see the brakes are down. I've got this thing lifted. If you look carefully, you can see how it's balanced, counterbalanced into the back, not leaning forward. Hopefully this doesn't come down on my head, but we're going to test it. What we're going to do is lower it, and what I'm thinking is that left leg locked up exactly like it was supposed to, and that right leg did not. Now, just as a note, the right leg has not been adjusted in any way, shape, or form. It's still bent, but what we have to do is prove that that's what it is. Should be pretty straightforward with the proof. What we're going to do is let it down slowly, and basically it's going to lean and try and fall over, and we're just going to keep an eye on that. We're going to keep an eye on that left kneecap right there. Now, to some extent, I got to go slowly, so bear with me. Now, one of the things you can't tell that I really want to show you is how it balanced. What the point is here is that we're going to take a look. If you notice, it's actually to the right there, and that's half the issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put it back on. We're going to take another look at this. So what I'm going to do is hike it back up, bring the camera back over so you can see that it's straight, which means it's holding. It's really hard to tell because you're talking about 1 to 2 inches. That kneecap's only swinging a max of 4 inches, so it's kind of hard to see. But when you translate it out long term like this, I just showed you how it was leaning to the right. If I prop this thing straight up, everything should hold up. If it levels out or even goes leaning to the left a little, that means my brakes are working. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to, which I fear is exactly what's going on. You couldn't see it in this video necessarily, but it was starting to come down. That's why I keep putting my hand up there and pushing it, is to make sure I don't get crushed or it doesn't fall over again. You can't necessarily see this, but what's happening is when it was lowered and leaning to the right, the wheels were actually coming off on the left side. I don't know if the video shows it, but you can see the wheels are now touching the ground again. That's a good sign. That's enough proof to me that that kneecap is working. It was doing its job. I just had the left kneecap fail, which unfortunately is now going to cost me lots of money in order to replace, possibly redesign. Anyway, let's see how it reacts at the end here. We're going to put it all back down, take the brakes off, and see if she sits proper. Well, see, the camera fell over, but we'll see. Let's take a peek. As you can see, everything's sitting nice and flat. Wheels, everything. Now that she's bare out and level, by comparison to further in that video, that should kind of prove that that left side right there is working as intended. And this side failed, and this is what happened. Ouch, that's brutal. So the initial design, this is just a mock-up. It is not the proper design. Unfortunately, I just can't afford to do it properly, or as I would like. I wouldn't say this isn't properly. You can still see that the metal is actually just bent. Again, probably prompting for a new redesign. Along with that particular bend is a bigger concern. Anyway, there it is. It looks like it is working. It just cost me a fallen over mech and a lot of time and trouble to put it all back together again. Alrighty, we'll see you on the next video.